Morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, the 17th of September here in Sabang, Palawan, Philippines. Just finished up a video a little bit about like money and business and some thoughts on that, and thought I'd create another one. I get asked minimum every week here, how to what I can do to make more money and increase the business, and things I see in throughout the Philippines that I've noticed is there seems to be not enough not enough people to support a lot of the businesses, and a big part of that is there's so many of the same kind of business. Somebody sees somebody put up a let's say a rice store or a chicken restaurant, and they see, well, they have people there and people's eating lots of chicken. So the next thing you know, there's 12 chicken restaurants, and every time you build another one, at some point there's not enough people to support all of them. So that's a big problem, I think, having as we walk along here back towards the main part of Sabang in the ocean here. We'll stay on the gravel road for a couple kilometers and show you around here, but I think that's a big problem. There's not enough variety or thought in things, so it's like so that's very common in the Philippines. And once you get beyond the amount of need for the consumer, then your business starts to suffer, because maybe there was 100 people wanting to eat chicken, but after about 6 restaurants, and you divide 100 people up, well, everybody starts losing money because there's not enough people to eat chicken at wanting chicken at the restaurant. So my suggestion is look around and what's needed, come up with something's needed, or where there's a shortage, and then open a business or store and do that. So as I look, we're use Sabang here, since I've been living here for 7 months as an example. I walk through town, well, there's I don't know how many resorts, let's say there's 12. And during the slow season, which apparently, to my surprise, is about 8 months out of the year, well, there's next to nobody at the resorts for the most part, because it's the off season, they call it, and also the rainy season, which doesn't really play much into it, because even though it's the rainy season, it doesn't really truly rain, every day and all day, and it's a warm climate, so a little rain actually and cloudy day feels good. So I think that's something I would think about. So as I walk through town, the people that I think are smart are doing what I'm suggesting. Good morning. Hey. Yes. Hi. So, yeah, it's a man. He doesn't speak English, and I don't know Tagalog enough to speak to him. But we usually say something. I'm not sure what he says. Michelle interprets when she's with me, but she's not with me. So I just say hi and wave. Be friendly. I often think of him because he seems a little lonely somewhat, although he does have a few visitors throughout the day or periodically. So, yeah, as I walk through town here, like I said, there's like 6 to 8 massage places. So not saying any of these businesses are a bad idea, it's just when you get so many of them and then there's not much variety. Thing I think they're a little short on here in Sabang, if I was a businessman, is a good motorcycle shop or repair shop, or something to do with that. There's maybe 2 or 3 small places where they work on motorcycles or have a couple parts. I think last night I walked by one, and there's probably 12, 15 bikes jammed up in front. So that tells me there's room for expansion there. Also, there's a girl and her husband, lady, young couple that are have a print shop and a little food shop next door, so they're splitting up their time. And I think that's really smart. One, to kind of maybe split up, and also they're doing something different. It's the only place in town where you can get something printed off that I'm aware of, or designed, and you know, a logo or a shirt, or so that's smart. I'll do a video of her shop someday, hopefully, if that's permissible. But I think that's a very smart business, the only one in town. I think that's something that has a lot of room to grow. Also, there's a one and only phone store where they repair or sell some phone accessories. I think that's really smart, and there's only one of them, so there'd be room for a second one for sure. So that type of thinking, look around and come up with, when you see, you know, one of everything, don't just, you know, copy it. Think of what I can do that might go well with that. So there's a, you know, food store next door, well, maybe an ice cream store or something like that, or cold drinks, or something that, you know, for example, let's say I'm coming to Sabang and I need to get some rice and some hardware stuff or something for my house. I walk through town, I'm going to go to what I can find that has what I need. One that has the cheaper price, two, and because I'm one person, I'm not going to go to 10 different rice stores or 10 different hardware stores. I'm going to go to one, like I said, that has the cheaper price that I happen to walk in. That's where my money's going to go. So if everybody has something different, I'm going to maybe possibly visit everybody because I need this, this, and that. Where if I just need rice and there's 10 rice stores, only one rice store is going to make, you know, get my money today. So that's kind of my point. Now there's a ton of people and the area can support the need for 12 rice stores because it's a big business and there's a lot of people buying it. But generally when there's an excess of something, prices go down. When there's a shortage of something, a need, prices go up. So that's just the basics of business and logic and the way the world works. Somebody says gold is valuable and it's hard to get and there's a shortage, then gold price up. If gas is plentiful and it's abundant and lots of oil and lots of people selling gas, price go down. So your business, you want to be where you have you're providing a need and stuff. That's the other thing. Maybe I suggested one of the people selling tourist items. I'm trying to think of what the word is for that, but souvenirs, yeah. And I said, I think you do well to, not only do that, but also maybe sell information where, once you're talking to a potential client that's, wanting to interested in buying a souvenir, say, I also do, I know where to get water, I know where to get lodging, I know where to get something cheap or get a boat ride for you. Have knowledge and then offer to do that. I can get your clothes clean. Often knowledge is very valuable. As much as something else selling an item. If you can physically go do and you know where to get stuff and say, I'll take you there, sir, and well, you certainly can make, 50, 100, 200 peso an hour or something, doing that, especially if you're dealing with tourists and a foreigner, because generally speaking, as everybody knows, their potential income is 3 or 4 or 5 times what yours is. So that's why, and that can be a powerful thing. So here in Sabang, during the busy season, there's lots of tourists here. But back to my other video, the problem is that when it's not tourist season and the average Joe over here doesn't have the disposable income to come and eat at your restaurant that's priced for tourists. So for 2 or 3 or 4 months, you make a lot of money potentially because there's lots of tourists. But for the 8 months, you're really struggling, which I've personally seen, and because I talk to a lot of people, I'm friendly and inquisitive, and like to meet and talk to people. I find life interesting. It's kind of my job or hobby or pastime anymore, is to pay attention and observe what's going on around me, because I don't have a lot else to do, because I'm older and have health issues. So I'm more observant of stuff going on. Here comes a bike by me. I'll let him pass me so he doesn't get me wet or something, because there's a 1 lane through the water here. Taking the family to school this morning, as usual. Bike and 3 or 4 kids on it. How they navigate and can get through things and do what they do is quite amazing. People here in the Philippines are amazing and quite unique, and I think people all around the world are, but definitely jumps out here in the Philippines, because it's a much different way of life here than generally where I come from. So that's my tips or thoughts on business in the Philippines, or ways to maybe think about things. If you watch the other video I just previously made here, they'll be up in a couple weeks. I'm usually about a week or 3 weeks out on uploading stuff, but just some thoughts. And if you have anything to add or disagree, and again, I don't know the laws and understand the culture fully here, and maybe something is not permissible, or just that simply won't, they don't allow that to happen. But just my thoughts. If I was in charge or here trying to do stuff, that's the way I would look at stuff. So, and then if you want to, then people, I hear people, oh well, they follow me. If I build a store, they build a store. If I make hamburger, they make hamburger, because everybody sees something working and then they want to repeat it. So I think the answer to that's fine. That's human nature. Ford made a car, Chevy made a car, Dodge. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
And that's human nature. It's just competition is not really bad. It's just keep changing your game and updating, it's like different actors would say, well, if somebody got up, I heard Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, a wrestler, famous person in America, he said, somebody, I think it was him or Mike Tyson, he said, if I ran at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning and I found out a competitor was running at 4:30, I'm up at 4 running. Because life is about competition, almost in everything you do, whether you want to call it that or think of it or not. So you elevate your game. If somebody opens a store, will you provide more service, better service, better quality product, or a different product? They have French fries, will you have potato chips, French fries and potato chips or something? You keep moving the target and expanding, and as you grow your business, it makes it very hard. It's like if you wanted to compete with Pepsi or Coke, they're so huge now and so diverse. It's not that you can't do that, but it's much more difficult to do that. So continue to grow your business and expand things to where somebody just can't cook a chicken and become a chicken shop that's competitive with you, because your chicken shop seats 100 people and can serve all them people, and you have all this product and things like that. So just do some things that separate you from other people, and it's never ending. It's called life. It's just like, because I'm older and sick and I'm in the Philippines doesn't mean I don't need money, and things aren't, it's different but much the same. You got to get up and keep going, and because that's just the nature of life. Well, thanks for your time. That's my topic again on money and business, and some things I think about and see here. So as we walk down the back road here over to the main road of Sabang. So overall, everything's I'm doing okay and pretty good, and life is, and everything's a work in progress. So every day get up and motivate, and the only way you truly fail is the day you quit and give up. I think there's some monkeys in there in the trees. There's something big. If you hear it, get my fingers out of there. So they're either a big lizard or monkey would be my guess, which I've seen both over here. So the biggest lizard I've seen here is probably 4 or 5 feet long. They may get bigger, I don't know, but that's the biggest I've seen in the last 7 months. All right, that's my time. Thanks for listening. Just if you got anything to share, leave it in the comment, make a post. And it's about not only what I'm thinking, it's about what you think and what you can bring and help people out. I'm just getting the topic or the ball rolling, and certainly by no means covering the topic from top to bottom, and certainly have no answer, no fix for everything. So just a thought, just sharing a thought. So thanks for watching. I'll leave you with a beautiful view there. That's it. That's my time, Wednesday, September the 17th. Thanks for watching.